Right now, I would like to give the word to another co-founder of the collaboration in the Cyberspace Center. I would like to pass the floor to the head of NAFTOGAZ Ukraine, Andriy Kobolyev, please. Good morning, dear colleagues. Thank you very much for this opportunity. What I really wanted to say that for NAFTOGAZ, the digital industry is not a new field because a lot of things have already been done throughout the recent years, and the huge part of our transformation has already been done by digitalization of the processes. And I will give you an example. After the COVID-19 pandemic has started, the biggest amount of our employees, the most of the employees of our offices of the global group have been moved to the remote work. It wouldn't have been possible if we didn't have the contemporary devices for communication and informational exchange. So everything has been done in a really fast pace and effectively, and what was most important, in a safe way. We didn't lose the critically important information. We didn't lose some kind of a we didn't become the victim of some kind of a painful cyber attack. But still, the world is changing, and we understand that the digital reality in the future is going to be even more important for the future for us. But on the other hand, will even bear more threats. And I will give you a couple of examples together with the numbers that have already been voiced out by Arsen Borisovich. So basically, the overall income of the cybercrime in 2019 was overall around 1.5 trillion US dollars. Just for us to compare, if cybercrime was a country, then it would have been in 13th place on the GDP rate. That would be closer to the South Korea and Australia. So basically, understanding that this kind of big business will not disappear. It has resources for further on development. Its development is sustainable and fast. Many times it's not limited to any kind of bureaucracy, legislations, or any other rules that are limiting the state institutions, the companies, and the civilized business. So that is why the digital crime, the cybercrime, really requires the preventing measures. Treating the problems and fighting challenges is very important for any company. And NAFTOGAZ is a company that is the so-called the hard company. So we're basically based in the physical space. We have our wells, we have our pipelines, but managing all of these systems has already been delivered to the informational technology for quite a long time now. So it's like telemechanical things, the computer system, informational systems. The security of that is very important. We also understand that what is very important for the company, the informational direction is very important for our businesses. We are now starting to work in retail. What does it mean for us? As a company, we will have access and will store the huge massive of the personal data for the gas consumers for Ukraine and possibly from abroad. To protect this data, to secure this data, to guarantee our clients that their data is not going to be used for any kind of the criminal actions is a very important element of our success. That is why I would like to say that NAFTOGAZ has become the part of the GC3, the global center for this cooperation, for the Cyber Cooperation Center, and we're really pleased to be. I would like to ask our professionals to launch the video that describes the main moments for this center. Thanks, dear colleagues. And I just wanted to once again explain another fact and to describe this situation with a very interesting fact. My colleagues has just reminded me of that. NAFTOGAZ has been the object for the cyber attacks almost daily. Currently, we managed to effectively oppose to those attacks. But I do believe that with the creation of our own cyber center, we'll be able to receive not only the access to the protection and to fighting against the attacks, but also for the prevention mechanisms. We have the opportunities to provide the information on the most recent hacking actions that have been comprising our security systems, for the newly and updated ways for the security measures, how they worked out, whether it was working properly or not, what are the companies that are the most successful in fighting against cyber attacks. And I do believe that our cyber center will become a certain platform for a joint collaboration for not only the NAFTOGAZ group companies, but to all of the companies that are close with us. For example, the big state banks, the companies in the state energies, the big logistics companies like Ukrzaliznytsia is, because the joint usage of this center, and this center is built on the share economics principles, is much more important and much more economy efficient tool than creating a separate tool of each of those big public owned organizations. And it's a great pleasure for me to announce that NAFTOGAZ is one of the first members and one of the main founders of this center. And I do hope that if we will get all of the other colleagues from the Ukrainian market together, we can only be stronger and effective. Thank you very much for your attention.